Fuck yeah. What's up? I'm intense, baby. Earl Skakel in the house. I'm just chilling right now, guys. I'm just chilling. Diddy oil. I don't know about that, Nicole. Unless you want to come over and put some on me. Oh, but I don't think you do. Don't ask questions to answers you don't want, baby doll. Here I am. Anyone seen William Zoom? I'm beginning to be concerned about him. Yeah, I bet you do, Waver. Let me see. Is MLC on? I don't want to upset the algorithm, you know. But at some point, I want to go on. And, you know, I have to do what I have to do. Oh, this isn't a Dabbleverse wrap-up show, Leo Gunn. We don't, this is not the Shuley wrap-up show on Sirius. Sorry, I need some water. I love Jordan. I will be seeing him at his wedding sooner than later. I'm not going to lie to you, there hasn't been, Dr. Nova. I mean, you know, we're all doing this shit for free. Me, O'Neill, and Pistol Pete. So, you know, it's just, you know, it's not cheap to do it. And I don't want to do it in just the fucking theater. Because then it's like, you know, hey, let's watch Earl's special. And 2 days later, it's got 3,200 views and I've shot my proverbial load. Because it looks just like everyone else's special. So But I did have a very good phone call today about woo, Gutfeld and signing with a big agency, not a manager. That's different. A big agency. Well, I mean, it's, like I said, when we were talking about, interesting, that's interesting. I don't know why. But when we were talking about doing the special in here, so let's just give you a visual of, I'll get up and do it. Stop being such a lazy ass. The stage was going to be here. So I was going to be basically, Jesus, we're getting a live phone call. Let's see who this is. Hello. 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 All right, since they were a telemarketer, we'll dox them. I don't know who that was, but I don't like getting interrupted on my stream. At least have the decency to say hello back to me. You called me. So this, here's the stage. We're going to have seats all the way from there to here. So we could probably fit from seats there and back there, back there. We're going to have a whole bunch of people here. 30 to 40 people, just jam it in here. We were going to have, now when the elliptical was up and running, we were going to have some guy who looks like Stallone just working out on it the whole time. We weren't going to address him. It was just going to be some oiled up Stallone lookalike right here. So we decided that we'd have to move the couch out a little bit to have a camera-based, movement-based camera back here, facing this way to get all movements from me. And when you're talking about moving cameramen and, as you can see, hardwood floors, the lady who had budgeted several specials, TV shows and movies, so she was no joke, said 30 grand. So, yeah, I do. SC VID show. So, I don't have 30 grand lying around, to be just brutally honest with you. So, it's, what I personally want to do is release the documentary. That would be even funny if we actually had Frank Stallone in the room and not Sylvester Stallone. Well, no, extraneous. I'm not going to say you're wrong on that, but yeah, I could film the special on my iPhone. That would cost me virtually free. But I could have a friend of mine. I could have O'Neill just stay in the back of the room, center line with a 4K camera. But you got to do the sound. I mean, now the editing would have been free because Pistol Pete is a documentary maker and an editor. So, it's just not, I don't have 30 grand where I can just, but, it's not, the good news is the documentary part's done. I kind of want to put out the documentary now, drum up some interest on the eventual special, and do it that way. And I know if I did a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter, I would have that money in probably a week. But I'm not going to fucking use my fans like that. I'll pay for it on my own. I don't expect you guys to pay for my special. So, yeah, you're right, Kip. Now, Kip Smith is not wrong. I should be scheduling the streams and I will redouble my efforts to do so. And that's on me. But I think it would be, I mean, we have about probably, I would say, 30 to 40 hours of usable material. So I'm hoping that we can put out the documentary first, get people all jazzed up about the special, and then take it from there. So I hope that I don't want to just keep stringing you guys along, but I do want to do it, and if I were to get certain things in my life, a couple gigs that I'm up for, it could be a nice way to fund the special. So I pay an inordinate amount of taxes living in California. So a lot of the money I make literally goes to paying for my taxes. We all have that problem in life. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and pick a time that I can do it regularly, like maybe ideally right after MLC ends. Yes, I bet you do, Articulate John. I bet you do. So, it will happen. It's just maybe, I mean, I had a friend of mine, it's tough because specials are almost a useless tool now. I had a friend of mine, without giving away who it is, they just had a special on a major streaming service, and virtually nobody talked about it. And this is a streaming service with gigantic budgets, and their special was out. A couple people said, "Oh my God, so and so's got a special on this network," and then virtually it was on to the next special. So yeah, no, I know. I do have to pick a regular time slot. I mean, 4 p.m. my time, probably the best time for East Coast people, Montreal, Canadian people. So I'm doing my best, kids. I'm doing my best. But also getting on the Gutfeld would be very helpful too. My summer's going pretty good so far. I'm just a happy-go-lucky streamer in the house. But I appreciate you guys asking. Thank you, Waver. But I do think, what could make the special a little more unique is putting out the documentary. Like, how many specials have a documentary, like a prequel? Lois is good. Gail is taking very good care of her. I did have a funny new idea. Where was I? I was somewhere and I saw a funny sign. It's Disability Pride Month. Oh, I didn't watch it. I don't watch Kimmel. So, I mean, I do think it's a good idea, and the best part is it's already done. I mean, Pistol Pete could edit we could have a documentary out next week, but once again, he's got to take paid work when he gets it. I mean, no one's making money on a documentary unless it blew up on YouTube. So, One Angel made the All-Star. I'm assuming it was Mike Trout, TB. Um, yeah, yeah, no, I mean that could be good. I mean, maybe, maybe Monday. Yeah, I'll have to figure out the days. Um, but I know I'm hurting myself by just going on at random times. 4 o'clock here. 3 in the morning there. Um, I stream right now, I guess, on um, just energy levels, like, um, so. Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Half Hawk, Half Man. Yes, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Yes, Lois is chilling at Gail's house right now. See you, Dr. Nova. You're a king among kings. Get a message to the Chicken Man. Get him in here. And the Gold's Gym at the Beverly Center opens up officially tomorrow for those of you local yokels. No, Gail goes back home, I think, in a week and a half. So I'll let Gail have her for a week and a half, and then I'll probably get her for a few months. And, it is like you guys know how much I love Lois, but every now and then it's nice to sleep in. I got to see your set someday. Are you often at the store? Right now, I'm just there Saturday nights. I will be there this Saturday night. And, it's a good spot to have, to be the Saturday night closer. Argus Hamilton, who opens up every Saturday night show, he told me that he was in the supermarket the next day and some agent came up to him and said, you and that guy who goes on last were my favorite. How do I get a hold of him? So, what up, Hi-Fi Protege? So, it's one of those things that, it's a hard set to have, or a hard spot to have because you're going on last. Crowd's tired. They're just looking for a reason to leave because they know you're the last comic, so you got no wiggle room. But I usually do pretty good most of the time, so. I'm pretty happy with my spot up there. Yeah, I mean, but it's not an easy spot by any stretch. I mean, it is one that you really have to embrace. Most comics don't have the fortitude to stick it out like I do. I did. Oh my God. I so far have played 3 games with Akron, and I've been blown out in all 3 games. It's awful. I just lost to the second worst team the second worst ranked team outside of Akron, 31-7, and that's the worst team. So, Half Hawk, Half Man, $5. Please insult me as if I were a heckler. That's not really my style. Half Hawk, Half Man. And it's hard to roast you when I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you do. But since you did pay for the privilege, I'll just say this. You're a fucking loser. That's all I got, man. I'm sorry. I can refund your money if that's not good enough. Half hawk, half man, half brain, bitch. I'm just kidding. See, it's hard for me to do stuff when I don't know what you look like. Message hell for review. These are always funny. Nicole Sabatini, are you telling me to shut up? Like what? Are you related to that guy who was in the stream the other night? Yeah, I got him. Who? I don't have any sound effects me see if I can get a sound effect on YouTube. Hold on here. What's the other half? A hack or something? Hello. Let me see if I can. It's got to be a sound. Let's see. Let's see how this ricochet sound. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and do this. Hold on. I might. Hold on. Half hawk, half man. I'm gonna mute this. I gotta mute it. I want to see how this sounds before I try it off on you, half hawk man. You fucking loser. Hey, half hawk, half man. You probably have a half dick and half pussy. I don't know about that. I don't think I like that. Hold on here. Let's try this one. Hey, half hawk, half man. All right, enough. I hope that's enough. Yeah, I mean, half hawk, half man. You're so fat when you sit around a house, you really sit around the house. I mean, I don't know if that was worth it, to be honest with you, but I'm doing my best. I do have fun in here with you guys and girls. There's a couple girls in here. I mean, a couple of them have dicks. What am I, Fred Norris now? I mean, this is out of control here. Hold on. So, that $5 got stretched every penny. Hey, how is the? No, these are old street jokes. I mean, I'm not saying half hawk, half man is Jewish, but when he dropped a penny, the Grand Canyon was formed. See what you guys have started? Have you ever made an audience member cry or rage quit? No, I'm not really mean unless someone comes after me. I think the last time I got someone angry, um, what's that Disney star, Kyle Massey? He was on some show. I didn't know who he was at the time, but everyone was freaking out when he had three girls at his table, and it was pretty clear these girls weren't aware of each other. So the one girl started kind of mouthing off to me, with the "Hey, say something funny" shit, and I'm like, "Hey," I didn't call him Kyle because I didn't know his name at the time. I'm like, "Hey, dude, I know you're paying by the hour for this one, so I'll get to the next joke real fast." Something like that, and then let me see, and then one time I was on stage and I was doing pretty well. So it's kind of hard to heckle a comic that's doing well. The crowd is on your side for the most part. And I can't say the word he said, but the code word for the code word for a word that rhymes like maggot. I'll just say maggot. You can guess the word. So I'm on stage doing well, and it's a packed room at one of the more crowded main room sets I've ever done. It was sold out, I think. And there's a table full of Raider fans. You could just tell they were Raider fans. Mexican skinhead, like the pencil mustaches. And the guy just yells out, "Take off your leather pants, you maggot." And I 1 second later was like, "You're calling me a maggot, and you're with 5 dudes and 2 girls who look like dudes?" And they stormed the stage. So, but luckily the security at the Comedy Store is top notch. So I continued on for about 40 minutes, and then I guess there was a huge brawl between security and this table outside. Um, I don't have her info, SC. So she's probably back home in Minnesota by now. I think they were out here for a wedding or something. Yeah, you don't want to throw hands with the security at the Comedy Store. They're all, it's not quite the level of the mothership, where everyone is a jujitsu expert, but um, they're really not a crew you want to mess with at the Comedy Store. Eagle fans, what up, Kimberly? Nice to have a woman in here. I mean, if it were raining women in here, I'd get hit in the head with a dick. What up, Rudy Baga? Hey, hey. Gold's Gym. I was so fucking angry. So it was supposed to open today at 11 o'clock. I know friends of mine who've taken the day off. And Gold's Gym last night at like 10 at night says, hey, we had some permit problems. So now they're opening for sure tomorrow, but it just fucking stinks. Yes, the Earlverse is here. What are DLR audio clips? I don't know what that means. You mean David Lee Roth? Boss Rutan works the door at the mothership. I mean, I've only been to the mothership once. It's really not a crew I would want to have mad at me, because they're all going to come in on you. So, Diamond Dave, baby. I mean, I'll have to look up some. I guess I could put some sound effects on my iPad. Let me see how that works on my iPad. That was just off my iMac. I know I was so excited to work out there today. Like, I took yoga specifically yesterday so I could do cardio, and maybe, like for the last, probably for the last year, I peaked out at 110 pounds on the dumbbell bench. Now, I know at Gold's in Hollywood, they have up to, I think, 200-pound dumbbells. Now, I can't do that, but I was, I'd like to see how much I could. All right. Hold on, I'm going to mute this just to see how this sounds. I nearly lost my life in an Eagles game. Yeah, when I was in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, visiting Gail's family for the first time, I had a Steeler jersey on. Apparently, Doylestown is in the Eagles part of town, so I had like a Roethlisberger jersey on, and this car drives by me and goes, "Take off that shirt, you maggot." Oh, hold on, man, I had the sound. Take off that shirt, you maggot. Um, I was at the Raider game. I know. Let's see. What other sound effects would be funny? Hold on. Now you guys got me down a rabbit hole of sound effects. Let's see. Hold on. This is how I feel when I see a roast battle comic coming towards me. All right, enough of this, man. You guys are out of control. I said wrecked him. I killed him. All right. We'll just use the sound effects. I'm going to August to see your first Eagles game. Good luck with that. Yeah, I don't think I don't make enough money to do super tips. Yeah, yeah. I want a blankety blank, you maggot. Was that a Raiders game at the Coliseum once? Yeah, I mean, I was at the Raiders Steeler game when they threw the Steeler fan off the back, like the top, I guess the cheap seats, and he died. So I mean, I think the Steelers won that game 21-7. That's when their running backs were Bam Morris and Barry Foster. I didn't cheer once, and it really wasn't that close. Um, what's the best fan fight at a sporting event? I mean, probably a hockey fight. I mean, I've never seen like a true um, or a hockey game. I've seen a few fan fights. Um, yeah, but I'm worse than Chad at computer stuff. It's more wild to kiss when by an underage girl on stage just sing. Yeah, I mean that's some good parenting there. I mean a Chandler voice. Come on, oh man, make the money, honey. I probably would make just on the Chandler voice alone, because she does have a very, um, she has an amazing Southern voice. So, and then I went to dinner last night, and I sat right next to my ex who was on a date, the one that delivered me Postmates. I'm like, man, I wanted to reach out to that guy and go run. Um, a Chandler voice would do big money. That's a fact, Jack. But then she would get so angry. I mean, you saw the comments she left when I was essentially sticking up for her in the Brian Callen drawing, which was a true story that I was on stage. Brian Callen was creeping on Chandler, and I came out defending Chandler, going, "Get the fuck away from her! Your next set will be through a straw." And she took that as me saying she cheated on me. Yeah, she would sue. Trust me on that one. That's a headache I don't want. Brian Callen's awful. He's creeped on every single girlfriend I've ever had, but he was the most aggressive with Chandler. So, and if you saw that cartoon that was done for me, you would never think that I was saying she was cheating on me with him. Sorry, I got a booger in my eye. I'm 56, Kimberly Dale. 56 years old. How old are you? I don't talk to anyone under 18. Well, yeah. Yes, I do. Here's Jake E. Lee walking his dog at night. I am 42. Well, I can't say you look good for 42 because I don't know what you look like, but age is just a number. Age is just a number. Let me see if this one. Hold on. Can I get? Let me see. Hold on. Let's just see the. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Now, when I get on Gutfeld and I'm in New York, I'm gonna look up and probably see Chandler on a rooftop and hear this. You get the picture. You get the picture. I mean, that's why he moved to Austin. He's protected by hanging out with Rogan. So, um, you know, he's, I mean, he gets regular spots at the mothership. Um, I mean, I haven't seen Blues Brothers in quite a long time, so I'm gonna have to revisit that to understand that reference. But I'm sure it's not good. Let's see. Sound effect.
Ayo. Ayo, Silver.
Hold on. So, curl up and die. I mean, have you been on Rogan's show yet? I have not. I mean, I've been mentioned on Joe's podcast a lot, but never been on it. I mean, that would probably be. I mean, someone asked me last night what I would do if I actually saw Chandler, and I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm a counter puncher, so if she was nice to me, I'd be nice to her. If she was a cunt, I have a side of me where I can be one too, and it ain't pretty. But I don't think I have to worry about that, at least anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, Joe is. I mean, Joe was famous before his podcast, so it is pretty impressive the heights that he has scaled. But I think someone who was famous before the podcast. So, but now he's on the next level. I mean, now he's getting presidents and whatnot. So, yes, there is some construction going on next door. And also some construction going on across the way. So I am surrounded once again by construction that kept me up all day or all night. Not all night, but like they start at 8. Legally, they can start at 8. So it's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't even really say how good or bad he is as a comic because I don't watch comedy. I've never watched him. You'd think, wait a minute, you've been a paid regular at the same club as he's been at for 10 years. You've never watched him? No. So, yeah, I mean, he's definitely found his niche. And, it's a great racket he's got that, he announces a big UFC card, say Saturday, does a packed theater Friday night. Probably could do one Sunday as well. So, you know, I think that that's what I'm looking to do. I had a meeting today that was basically saying to this person who has the power to do so, I want to be the deep voice guy, the go-to. Hey, let's call in Earl. They may not use me, but I'm going to be in the mix. So, I think these people are talking right outside my door. Unbelievable. Um, Yeah, I mean, Joe's podcast is great because it's not just about comedy. A lot of comedy podcasts suck because, well, tell us about your wackiest gig. And, it's a podcast that's been done hundreds and thousands of times before. Not too many people are talking about Kratom and UFOs and, all that stuff. So, Bob Lazar was a riot. I don't know who that is, but he probably doesn't know who I am. So it's all good in the hood, as Vince McMahon said to Booker T. What's good in the hood? Like Jesus. Do you have a sound effect of what it sounds like when Mama the Maltese causes a multi-car pileup? Hold on here. Man, that was. I still can't believe that Mama did not get hit. So. Honda, this. That's literally what it could have sounded like if Mama was walking on, or Mama was walking on the 405. Yeah, I definitely have to turn it into a morning zoo sound effects show. Let's see. Hello. Morning zoo sound effect.
Yes, I promise I will. Let me hear it one more. Young lady.
There you go. Hello. What up, Gina Bobina? In the house. We're just experimenting with sound effects. I've turned into the morning zoo guy. Uh, Trying to find an Ed McMahon sound effect. Here's a Diddy party sound effect.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
The fuck? Hello. Someone asked me, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, enough of the sound effects, guys. What am I, Mad Cow? Man Cow? Whatever his name was. Yes, the Undertaker. Can I get the? Maybe I should go to Super Tips and just play sound effects all day. So what's next for you, Earl? E.g., a comedy special, an acting gig? Well, I mean, Vance, I don't like you well. Well, you know what? Here's the great thing if you don't like me, Vance. There's right now probably about 5,000 people streaming on YouTube. I'm only one. So you can go to the 4,999 other streams and you can talk about Ray DeVito, you can talk about Stevie Lou, you can talk about Chad, you talk about Ashley Cummings, you could talk about all these other fucking magoobers, and you don't have to put up with me. But I don't vape, Vance. So I don't know. We seem to have gotten off on the wrong foot, Vance, and I apologize. I thought you were coming for me. Vance, we envy those who haven't yet met you. Adios. Yes, I'm straight edge, Vance. I don't vape. I don't vape, don't smoke. What do? I don't vape, don't smoke. What do you do? Subtle innuendo. Must be something inside. It's an old adamant on the ones and twos here. No, I don't vape. I'm straight edge, baby. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't inhale anything that I shouldn't be inhaling. I'm a comedy soldier. If I'm guilty of any drug, it's pussy. But welcome aboard, Vance. Guy stuff, Red Bulls and Celsius. Yeah, I mean, I do. That's probably worse than vaping, to be honest with you. This is just good old water from the Dialogue Cafe. Yeah, this isn't the Karmic X Hour, Daryl. Yeah, hello. Straight, yeah, I'm straight. Straight as a circle. Uh, that's my old line, Articulate John, when I talk about Calvin Klein's married with kids. Yeah, he's about as straight as a circle. Well, this has been a fun stream. We'll go another 15 minutes, guys. Yeah, the sound effects are out of control. Yeah, we don't. I don't talk about Carmax in here. He seems like a nice guy. He's been in here before. He did a drive by. What up, Waver? What up? Always a pleasure to see you in the stream. It's a pleasure to have a. Can we get an all points bulletin out for William Zoom? I have not seen him in a week. Usually he's like on at least 70% of the streams. Carmask. I knew KK's daughter. You mean KK Downing? All right, see you, Half Hot Cat Man. Thank you very much for the $5. I appreciate it. We don't do the hype train in here. This isn't the Chad Zumock, whatever the name of his show is this week. I feel bad for Karmic X. He seems like a nice guy, but man, he drinks too much. But I don't judge. I don't know him, so he's not going to listen to me. If I said, "Hey, bro, maybe you should tone it down a little bit." Hey, MKE. Whoa. Hey, MKE. Maybe you should have some. MKE. Maybe you should have some water. Yeah, I don't know about Chad and Chad in the morning. That was dead before it was born. I don't know much about that other Chad, but he's just another fucking guy. People are already bored of Ashley Cummings, so now that Clearwater Chad is now the newest guy. And there'll be someone else. He's not interesting enough. You can already tell. So, no offense to him. I don't know him. I don't know what his shtick is, but there's a reason why Stevie Lou was being talked about so much today, because he is interesting. I mean, he's a provocateur. So, never been a fan of Stevie Lou. I mean, but he gets the Dabbleverse. I would almost put him in that Chad mode of he knows when to be a good guy, and then he goes into being a bad guy, and then it's pro wrestling, the Dabbleverse. I kind of understand. Oh, you mean Clearwater Chad? Yeah, I mean, I listen to him just because I watch MLC the most, I guess, or listen to it, and I don't know. I just don't get him. Like I don't find him interesting at all. But maybe he doesn't find me interesting. So, and now that I'm a stream with sound effects, the sky's the limit. Um, I mean, they should do a show together. That's something that would be interesting. Two guys who don't really like each other. Um, well, I mean, all those people in the Dabbleverse are wannabes. I mean, Kevin's really the only one to have any mainstream success. Been on Letterman. I mean, you got to understand, as a comic, to get on Prime, David Letterman was almost as good as getting the couch on the Tonight Show. I mean, that was, the 70s, it was you want the couch on the Tonight Show. I mean, getting on as a comic was great, but if you got the couch, you had arrived. I think David Brenner said the first time he got the couch, literally the next day, he had a year's worth of road work lined up. And then, I know a friend of mine, Larry Bubbles Brown, who got on Prime Letterman a few times. Same thing. He got a ton of work like the next day. Now that doesn't really happen anymore. I mean, nowadays you get a Netflix special. You're going on right before me at the Comedy Store. Like, it doesn't really help as much as it used to. But that's because, like, in the Johnny Carson era, that was the only show that featured stand-up. So it was like a big deal. And then Letterman was probably second to Carson in terms of what show a stand-up wanted to get on. And now it's like, there's probably 10 shows on network TV that feature comedy in some capacity. And then Hulu has specials, Amazon has specials, obviously Netflix has specials. So, I mean, Gutfeld is, I don't know if I would say it's on top. I mean, I was on a show the other night. I won't say who, but someone who has appeared on Gutfeld was brought up with that credit, and they got mad at the person who brought them up. Like, they didn't want to be known as the person on Gutfeld. Me personally, I wouldn't care, but like, I think Gutfeld's definitely the top panel show, for sure. Well, I mean, Kevin, whether you like him or not, his stand-up, like, he was on a lot of these shows when it still meant something. I mean, when he was on David Letterman, that was like a big deal to get on Letterman. And I think he had the first half-hour presents on Comedy Central, so he's really, truly the only one who is an established stand-up. I mean, Melton, I would say, was or is, whatever you want to say, an established road comic. But, Kevin was an established television comic. I mean, Star Search, Just for Laughs. I mean, pretty impressive to me. If you lived in New York, you would be a regular on Gutfeld, I think. I mean, probably. And, but, I think if I get on, or I should say when I get on, I'll do well and I'll be asked back. And I know friends of mine, like my one friend of mine, Michelle, she has a place in New York that I could stay at. So, and I know I would get regular spots at the Stand. And if I was in New York with any frequent regularity, I'd reach out to Eddie Ift to get me, I guess, an audition at the Cellar. But I don't really care about being passed there because right now I'm never in New York. And I'm also very loyal to the Stand. I'm sorry to hear you banned from there. I don't know if I would do well on Legion of Skanks because I'm not a big fan of being on a stream with like 5 people. It's just people talk too much, and that's their shtick. 3 guys, and plus I think Zach Amico. So I'd be literally the 5th mic. I would do it, but I don't thrive. I thrive when it's one-on-one. So, we got someone texting me. Lois is good. She is at. I did not play Guitar Hero. No, I mean, I get why it's a successful show, but it's just not. For me, the format isn't like something that I excel at. I'm much better one-on-one, or at least two-on-one. Like when I go on Slop Quest with O'Neill and DeWitt. Um, so, yeah, I know Zach is great. I just, I literally would be the fifth mic, and I just don't. It's not for me. Earl, the sidewalks in front of the Yeah, wasn't that crazy? I mean, those were $3 to $4 million homes, and it looked like the predator was coming up from the fucking sidewalk. So, you know. Oh, I see what you. I didn't catch that, Colt. See, hey, when Zach dies, I'd jump into the coffin with him, but there'd be no room. It's all good. I do plenty of lame jokes. Earl, if a person falls on the sidewalk, gets hurt on a property payday. I mean, I guess you could sue the city. It's not the homeowner's fault. The sidewalk is city property. Just like when people get into a fight at the Comedy Store, their number one thing is to stand on the sidewalk and go, "Come on, motherfucker, you don't own the sidewalk." Stugats! So, I don't know about that. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lawsuit there. Like, if someone was, I don't know, jogging or maybe on their bicycle and they hit one of those fucking, crazy bumps, it would be interesting to see what would happen. But we'll go a couple more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to play another game of NCAA College Football 2026. And it is realistic. Like, I'm already losing recruits to other schools. I mean, who the hell wants to play on an 0-3 team in Akron, Ohio? Hell, not me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I once went to a pool party with Ralphie. I said, "Ralphie, don't jump in the pool. You'll flood the valley." That's what Walter Matthau told Engelbert in the first Bad News Bears. "Engelbert, don't jump in the pool. You'll flood the valley." That poor kid who played Engelbert in the first movie got fired from the sequel because he lost weight and got taller. I mean, that's Hollywood in a nutshell right there. In a nutshell. So, well, I mean, Kip, there's been more jokes told in here. That's for sure. I loved that first Bad News Bears. The second one was pretty good, too. When the second Engelbert's on the toilet arguing with the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy on the phone. "What do you mean biscuits are extra?" I think my favorite line in the second one was when all the kids are asking their family at dinner for money for the trip, and like, Rudy Stein's like $25, and Engelbert's like $25, and then the 2 Mexican kids are like $2 each. And that shows you how racist that period of filmmaking was. Those kids were English speaking. They forced them to speak bad Spanish so they'd look stupid. I mean, I love this business. So get your last minute questions in, guys. We got 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to see if I can win a game on NCAA College Football 2026. And maybe I'll do a live walkthrough tomorrow at Gold's Gym in Hollywood, or Gold's Gym at the Beverly Center. And we'll see what happens. I'll give a good review. And you know me, I give honest reviews. They better treat me like a fucking god there tomorrow with all the delays they've had. And check out my newest YouTube shorts. I'd rather have your views on those than money. But I believe in you, Coach Skakel. I mean, I picked the worst school, the worst rated school in the country. I mean, it's no fun to play like UCLA or Alabama, especially Alabama. Although it's funny, the star player on my team is from Decatur, Alabama. Now, I won't say who's from Decatur, Alabama, but I can't escape this fucking girl. So, get your last. Well, it's just fun to kind of like build from the ground up, and like it's no fun to win it. I mean, yeah, it's fun to win, but like it is kind of fun. Like, I've had more fun going 0-3 with Akron than I did the last season I played with USC and NCAA College Football 2025, when I was like literally winning by 60 points every game. After a while, it just wasn't fun. Yes, I'm playing with Akron, the University of Akron, the Yits or the Zits or something. I don't even know their name. Yes, the Zips. But then, here's what I do love about this game is it's so realistic that if you lose like 2 seasons in a row, you get fired. So, it's a pretty fun game. I mean, it's, it's just a way to. I couldn't play Alabama. It's too many wounds. Too many wounds. Yeah, I do too. I literally talk to myself on the couch. I'm like, come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's a good Wang Chung song. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on. And baby, I want your love. Take a cue from me now. And I forget the rest of the words, but who else knows the words to Wang Chung's Let's Go in the stream? Do the players make money in the game now? They make about as much money as I do in super chats. Hoo! Hoo! I say they make about as much money as I do in super chats. Earl, you see Aaron Rodgers clash with the kid at the lake. Oh no, I didn't see that. Yeah, that's a good song. I like Wang Chung. Everybody have fun tonight. There's so much more than that song, but Wang Chung and Everybody Have Fun Tonight. That's like the outfield's Your Love. The outfield has like 10 bangers. Since You've Been Gone. There's no one taking your place since you've been gone. Even think I'd find a girl that I could not forget, you fucking bitch. Sorry, that's an alternative lyric. I don't really think unemployment's low in California, but apparently homeless is down, which I don't know about that. Everywhere I go, it seems up, 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 up. So, all right, you guys. Wang Chung songs are probably played at the Motherlode Bar by Earl's house. Yeah, that's what I think they should have called it, but they spell load Lode. Yes, I mean this is a Dabbleverse alternative stream. We don't do Aaron Imholt, updates. I'm not Harvey Levin doing courtroom updates. So this is a serious stream about comedy, and we just like to have a good time here. Earl Skakel, over and out. I love you all. Hit the like and subscribe button.